Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 98 of FTB Revelations with Direwolf20, where I've filled up my mana tablet. I got one and filled it up. Also placed down a few mana pools here. And now what I'd like to do is get myself a Rune of Mana. Oh, you need to know how to make Ender Pearls, that's right, I forgot. I forgot that was a thing you need to know how to make. Mana Pearl, mana Pearl. So it's going to be this kind of thing, doing that, and doing this. And then you mana that dude up. So let's just test this. This should work. And then while I'm at it, I also want to block a steel. Sweet. Crafting 1. Oh, right, I have to add you to the whitelist. You go in here. And now you're crafting. Beautiful! Automation for the win! Because I want to make the Terrasteel agglomeration plate. This dude needs Mana Steel block, and he needs one of each tier 1 rune, including Rune of Mana, which we didn't have yet, so I just taught the little doohickey how to make it. Rune of Mana uses a lot of mana, so it takes a little bit longer to craft, but don't worry, we'll upgrade our spreaders soon. The plan for today is to continue automating all the Titania things. Which includes adding a Rune of Mana to the whitelist here, and then we should be cool. Nice. And there's your Terrasteel agglomeration plate. Beautiful. So what I'm thinking is, maybe we set up another dropper doohickey. Well, actually, I might want you to be like that. Because I want you to be about the same Y level as that. So what if we made another dropper? Right? Another automatic dropper dude. Are we out of this stuff? Probably are. That should work. Alright, so this guy is going to be probably similar issues to what some of the other guys have had. Wherein we can only drop one set of items at a time. So this concept here of like, let's check for how many items, if it's already crafting something before we allow it to craft again, is probably what we're going to want to set up, right? But we're going to do it a little differently because unlike an item, unlike a block that accepts items, this literally just sits on top of the block like that. So we have to not check for items being inside this tile entity. We need to check for the existence of items in the world. Alright, so let's set up a similar system here, right? Where we're going to have an ME inverted toggle bus connected to the Smart Fluix cable, right? So that by default this guy's on, and we should see one of, 8 channels in use here. Perfect. And that's running straight over from this guy. Okay? So we've got the toggle bus here to turn this one off, and now we're going to have a toggle bus here to turn this one off, right? Let's set up the Draconic Entity Detector, because I feel like that's probably a good route to go. Yeah, I like that plan. There you are, sir. And then we're going to want some redstone conduiting. Boop, boop. Thank you. I was hoping you could go on the top. We'll just assume that that will work. So your input will be red. That's fine. And then on the up, we will have an output on red. That should be cool. So your range of detection will be 2 blocks, right? So like 1, 2. Maybe I'll bump it up to 3 just to be safe. Pulse delay. That is the delay between scanning pulses. I think we want that to be as low as possible. I think we might need an advanced entity detector for this. Boy, I am really used to having a magnet, and it is a bad time when you don't have a magnet, let me tell you. So you're going to need a weather skeleton skull. Really? That's a weird thing to need. Of course, we don't have any because I'm automatically using them every time I can. Turn you off. Ah! I said off! He was a little quick on the draw, that guy. So we should get another weather skeleton skull shortly. Alright, so now Wither Skeleton Skull plus entity detector equals advanced entity detector. Boop. Now we're cooking. What's up, buddy? He's looking at me like, hey, Dyer. Stop looking at me. Stop looking at me. Anyway, pulse delay should be able to go lower now. Yay! So every quarter second, he's going to check within a range of 3 blocks. So let's see. This is the minimum number of entities required to produce redstone signal of 1. Maximum, the minimum number of entities, so that's 1, 1, that's fine. We want fixed output mode, that's fine. And we want to do other, I guess. Blacklist, other? So let's try putting some redstone down and just see what happens. Right, so I drop an item on the ground. Do you not detect items? Entity detector? I thought you could also detect items. Oh, you need redstone, or you need RF, that's right. So let's get a flux doohickey on this dude. Okay, now he's got the RF that he needs. There you go. Sweet. So as soon as an item goes in there, this guy goes offline. Pick up the items, and he goes back online. See? 1 of 8 channels. Drop an item on the ground. 0 of 8 channels. Pick item up. 1 of 8 channels. Perfect. That's pretty much what we want. So now we can program you for how to make Terrasteel. Okay? So to make Terrasteel... Oh, you don't have a thing in here? Okay, cool. Mana diamond, mana pearl, mana steel. Okay. Yeah, let's do that, and then I can do this. It's just a sneaky way of getting a Terrasteel into that UI without actually having a Terrasteel in my inventory. Cool. Alright, so this goes in here for a pattern. And then what we're going to want is a vacuum chest of sorts, right? Similar to what we had over there. Can I just have like 10 of you because vacuum chests have become a friend of mine? And you're going to basically go there with item conduits. Cool. And then vacuum chest. Boop. Boop. All the dire wire. And you're going to extract always active, and you're going to not extract but insert, and then finally we want a filter on you, which will be Terrasteel only. So whitelist. Like that. Cool. So whitelist Terrasteel, and you're good. And we should get daytime soon. Yeah, what's up? All right, and then let's shrink your range down to... I'll make you 3 just to be safe. So you'll pick up Terrasteel in a 3-block radius. You're scanning in a 3-block radius for items, and you will disable this input, which should be in blocking mode. So at this point now, we should be ready to craft Terrasteel. Except, we need a spark. Which shouldn't be too bad. So give me like 20 of these dudes. Just cause. Yeah, 10 should be a rough number of sparks that we want. So I'm going to place you on there and a spark on here. Now we should be good to go Terrasteel. And we're going to want another spark. At least one more, because I want to have enough for... Yeah. For basically one of each of these. Because once we unlock the Elven Gateway, we should be able to do cool things with sparks for mana sharing. Alright, so now Terrasteel should be craftable. Are you detecting an entity? What are you detecting, Chief? Don't tell me that sparks equals entities. Sparks are entities? Well then. Entity configure, blacklist, custom. Spark? Yeah. So, what is this entity name? It might need to be something a little bit more specific. Something like that. Yeah, let me figure this out. Found it. Ha. Actually, Botanical Spark is what it was. But when you hit plus entity here, it gives you a list of all the entities in the mod pack, actually, so that's cool. So that solves the Spark problem, I think. There's other ways to detect items on the ground, obviously, and I mean, we've done them before, so, you know, random things, I think, has one. So if it turns out we need to do something, we'll do it. Cool. So Terrasteel 1, craft. And he should do his thing. And he's thinking about it. We should do something where we detect the amount of mana that's available in a pool. That might not be a terrible idea. Before we allow things to run. Maybe. Maybe. Right? But then what'll happen is this will complete his craft. He will have picked up the item. This will go back online, and then we should have Terrasteel in the inventory. Nice. That's what's up. Alright, that should work. The only problem I can foresee, like I said, is low mana situation, right? It uses half a mana pool to craft a Terrasteel. So, like, the trick is I want to eventually... But you know what we can do? I got ideas. Alright, I got an idea on how this will work. Once we get the Spark smartness going, that's when we'll do the thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have you empty all your mana into these pools. And then I'll have this pool suck up all the mana from all the other pools so that this one always stays the most full. And this is basically going to be a multi-block mana battery for me. Right? So this one will stay the most full. We'll detect if we have some level of fullness in this mana pool before we allow the crafting of Terrasteel. That sound fair? I think that should work. Alright, so let's get to work. Elven Gateway time. So we're going to want an Elven Gateway core. And we're going to want... What are we going to want here? Something, something, all the things. Yeah, these guys. We want 3 of these, right? So 1, 2, 3. Okay, now the last thing we need are a couple of pylons. So 1, 2 of you. That's a weird little thing going on down there. So I guess we're going to need a couple Eyes of Ender, and you, and you. Done and done. Sweet. Oh, and you know what else we need? 2 of these. Alright, so let's go set up our Elven Portal thingy. So I'm thinking, like, over here-ish? Does that sound like a nice spot for one? So I could have you chilling here, right? Boy, I need to get my magnet back up and running in a way. And then you guys, and then you. So yeah, we're going to want you and you. You and you. So that would be that. Nice. Okay. And then I'm thinking the mana pools can chill, like, behind the thing. I think that's a reasonable spot for them. What I was thinking to do is just jumpstart this dude. So we're going to need a couple more sparks, to be fair. Right? Let's get some more blaze dust. Get to work, kids. Luckily, I have all these petals to help me out. Goodness, you're taking a sweet time. Oh, you're crafting some petroleum dust for all that redstone we're doing. Yeah, we'll just be patient. We'll get sparks on here eventually. So drop some of this down. We'll get, like, Just a little bit to kickstart the thing. I forget how much we need to open up the portal. But we'll try and get like a quarter pool each. Does that sound like a fair amount? Because remember, the tablets hold half a pool, right? So we drop a quarter pool each in there and we'll be good. You can tick accelerate the pools, by the way, and they'll just draw out of the tablet faster. There we go. Nice and empty tablet. So you, sir, could do a fill-up. See, watch. Whoop. Much faster. All right. And then these guys chill on top of this. Right? And is that it? I think that's it. Elven Gateway Core opening up. Hooray! We've done the thing. Now what we want is to get our Britannia book. There it is. Poof. And it's upgraded. Yay, a message from the Elven Guard. Greetings! We noticed that our portal was opened by a link from another world. That's rather shocking news indeed. Long story short, give us items and we'll give you other items back. So that's neat, right? So the resources of Elfheim, we can teach this thing how to turn living wood into dream wood, and all the things. Sweet. So the main two things we want to do is dream wood, right? So that would be you, sir. And probably Elementium. And then probably the pixie stuff. Right? And then we're also going to want to... And then we want a vacuum chest. Would probably be a good idea. To make one of those. Cables, interface, item conduits. I think we've got everything we need here, right? Probably another dropper wouldn't be a bad idea. But this guy's going to drop forwards instead of down. Cool. So your job, sir, would be to drop that away. Cool. And what we'll probably have is our vacuum chest can sit here. Cool. Our interface can sit here. And then our item conduits can go here, such that the easterly direction is extract, and then the up is that direction. Cool. And then we also want to filter on you, so that the only thing that you are picking up will be Elementium, Pixie, and Dreamwood for now. Cool? Cool. So now we just need some cabling. Boy, is this going to get dire wiry. Ooh, it's going to get dire wiry real quick. Real quick, dire wires. Hooray! Sweet. So now if we want Pixie, all we gotta do is actually put these things in here. And give me like 10 of those dudes, would you? Hey, it's working! Hey, it's working! Look at that! That is cool. Now these guys are used for the Spark Augments, right? So we should now be able to do Spark Augments. We're going to want a Recessive Spark. And we're going to want a Dominant Spark. So the Recessive, check this out. Here's how this is going to work. We're going to put Recessive on this dude, right? And what it's going to do is it's going to share its mana with all nearby pools, aka these 9. Watch. See? It's like, here, have my mana. I want to get rid of mana. I don't want mana in this pool. Any nearby pool with a spark on it gets mana. Okay? But then Dominant Spark is going to go on this dude. And he's going to be like, yo, I want mana. Give me all the manas. So he's going to vacuum it all up from the adjacent pools. Okay? So basically, he will be full at all times. He will be empty at all times until all these are empty. So these 8 are like a battery, right? And then this one's going to be full. So if we measure this guy and we detect that he's more than half full, we know that we have enough mana to produce a Terrasteel. Okay? So for that, we're basically going to want to do some kind of AND gating up here that will say, like, yes, I have both enough mana and whatnot. So let's do this. I think a comparator on a pool will tell me roughly how much mana he's got. Boop. Right? So what is your redstone signal output at the moment? 7. Okay? So what we probably want is to measure an 8 or more. Right? Now, doesn't Draconic have a thing? I don't think it's the potentiometer, is it? It might be the potentiometer. Is that the one I'm thinking of? It's kind of the one I'm thinking of. There's like a redstone-y way to do this, but basically what we want to do is say, like, if this is greater than 7, so like basically if this is 8 or more, then we're going to say that we're good, right? So 8's good, 7's not good. So... Doesn't this guy... Scaled input. Aha! That's a thing, right? So if it's 8, we're giving it a power of 15. Okay, I'm down with that. And you can be the output. And then you're going to be... on this side, you will be input on green, not output. Right? And then you, sir... we're input on red. So your green means that we're good on mana. Red means that there's no items there. Right? So we actually want to invert that, don't we? We kind of do. We want to invert our green, right? Because we want the signal to be off means, yeah. Or we have to invert the red. One of these guys needs to be inverted. Can I invert you easily? Pulse output mode, fixed output mode. I don't think I can easily input. So we're going to have to probably use a NOT gate somewhere. And we're going to want an AND gate. That would be this guy. Cool. And let's do this a little bit undergroundish. That sound cool? I'm down with that plan. I wonder, actually, let's try this. I have an idea that might make this a little bit better. Okay, so redstone here. We'll do this. Perfect. He can read the redstone. Great. So your threshold is greater than or equal to 8. And that means redstone power out. Okay. The reason this is cool is I can now move this thing. And we can have conduits here along with the redstone doohickey. Okay. So you're going to have your flux point go here. And then in addition, we can have the redstone conduits come down here. So you're going to be input on red. You're going to be an output. And you're going to be an input on green. Okay. Cool. Everybody with me? And maybe we want a little bit of wirelessness. Transmitter, receiver. Okay. So now we can build our logic down here and not have too much of a mess above ground, right? Now, realistically, I'm thinking this guy should maybe go here. So that these guys can run up and join each other. There you go. All right, so what we're going to want is we want you to be off, and we want to invert green, right? So invert green. So right now we have enough mana, so we want to invert green, right? So that should be doable. So you're going to be an output of green, and you're going to be an output of red. And green needs to be inverted, so that's why we have the NOT gate here. And I think we need the screwdriver to rotate you, right? There you go. Cool. So that's a redstone signal off. You have an item nearby, that's why. Hang on. There you go. Now he's happy, right? And we actually want to OR this, right? So if either one of these, so we don't want an AND gate, we want an OR gate. Come on, bro. Yeah, we want an OR gate. Right? So if either one of these conditions, right? If this drops too low, he's emitting a redstone signal. See? Or there's an item on the ground. He's emitting a redstone signal. Okay? So that's why we need an OR gate, because we're reversing our logic. So remember, when you reverse logic like that, you need an OR gate. Okay. So then our transmitter... Let's just get these programmed real quick. Channel 7. Okay. Transmitter goes here on channel 7. And we will have this guy come right into... effectively... Now, do you need that thing here? You do not. Cool. That's neat, right? Okay, now watch. This thing has a channel. We drop an item on the ground. His channel should go off. Nice. His channel is on. We don't have enough redstone power. The channel is off. We have enough redstone, or we have enough mana. The channel goes on. That's cool. I think it's storming, so I want to go weather this off. Stop rain. How cool is that? I think that's cool. So then, if I ask for Terrasteel, you should have no problem making it. Oh, right, your thing here. That's a problem. I should move this setup. I should. So realistically, this guy should drop to here. Yeah. The problem then becomes that you're within that 3-block radius. Maybe I should feed off of this dude. And that would be far enough away to not be a problem. So we could have the comparator here with the redstone. Right? And then he'll vacuum up all that stuff. And then you just need to be moved. To be here. To should be scaled at greater than or equal to 8. So like right now, he's 11, so we're cool and we're on. Cool. And then we'll just move our dropper interface dude here. That should be fine. So let's do that. Yeah, I like that plan. So you're with me, buddy. It gets a little bit hokey, but I think it's what we need to do. Yeah. Because you're going to be the feed mana in guy, right? So, like, we can't have you dropping into there. So we're going to need cables here, or realistically here. Right? And then you're going to drop her here. This interface will always be online and available, right? So you're going to be blocking mode. And no, you don't need to worry about blocking mode. Cool. And then this guy can connect here. Cool. And then we just need to move this bit. Where's my Yetta? I should do. Oh, you need to go in an interface, don't you? You could just go to the up, right? You could insert into this interface. Like, he's off when there's an item here, but that's okay. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. So you're going to go here. You've still got your filter. Down will be extract, always active. Up will be insert. And your range can be 2. Cool. All right, so let's try this out. I'm going to take all the things out. And then we can say, give me a Terrasteel. And look, he's crafting. Beautiful. Beautiful. I like that. Now, what was my range? Well, I didn't want to do that. As soon as I flew over there, I was like my magneton, isn't it? What did I make this guy's range? 3 blocks? Okay, cool. Alright, so that's complete now, right? And we've got a Terrasteel, which should show up in here in a second or two. Oh, you know what the problem is? Is you are not online because we don't have enough mana, so he's going to sit in there forever. Realistically, you should feed your item into here. That's what we should be doing. We will really dire wire this up today, won't we, folks? Well, that's not what I wanted to take out. I wanted to take out the other one. Yeah, the problem is now the Terrasteel won't complete crafting until the mana is full. Right? So we do that, and now Terrasteel is up. Right? But we can't craft more Terrasteel until we have enough mana. Right? How cool is that? How cool is that? Right? So Terrasteel is not available to craft until we have enough mana. So if I drop this dude in here, and we tick accelerate him a little bit, we should see Terrasteel show up in a moment. Right? Once we get over half mana, we should see Terrasteel show up as an available craft. Actually, you're probably scanning and reading that thing right now. So I pick him up, and now Terrasteel shows up. In theory. Come on, Terrasteel. You should be on at this point. What's happening? Alright, he's cool. There's Terrasteel. Nice. Alright, we just had to be a little patient. So it works. It works. It's a little bit crazy. It's a little bit dire-wiry, but it works. All right. Wrapping up point for the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll come back next time. What I think I need now is more mana. So let's focus on automating some other flowers that we don't normally automate. I don't know which ones. We'll figure it out. For now, Adult20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.